Okay, kuthiwa camera don and action.
Okay.
Wakhuphe ngo7 efridge wabona.
Kuyabanda. It's like winter already.
Yes. Okay. Molweni ekhaya igama lami MK. It's another episode and yami ndiyedwa namhlanje ndihamba noSisi Nontando Masondo and ke andizu benisenza ngathi ndiyamazi nani because ndiyambona and because she's here today. Kunjani sisi?
Yaphila njani?
Ndiyaphila nami. Benisengicela usinikeze some briefing nyana nje for whoever that doesn't know you, obukele ekhaya bangaba azi bangaba namhlanje uzofunda from ubani.
Okay, igama esebechilo uNontando kwaMasondo, ndisuka eKomani, but I grew up here. Like I went to Mhlodi primary and then I went to Hlebuzile High School.
Yes. Okay, Sis Nontando. You are into public relations, you are into writing, you are into activism, kunye ne community development. What actually inspired you kuola ma roles lana?
Okay, in public relations for one, I love helping people. So public relations is all about helping somebody build something or create something.
Okay.
So I've always loved that. So I would say that's what inspired me. Activism, it's sort of something that drags me in. It's something I would stay at home and not do anything, but things will find me as actor in a manner to help the community or be in projects. You know, I've always been in group activities, unplanned, sometimes planned. So I would say now it's something maybe, I don't want to say it's a calling, but maybe something akin to that.
Ne. Okay,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
So uye ubalance kanjani umsebenzi wakho kwi-PR along with activism kunye ne community development initiatives?
I won't lie, it's hard, hey? Especially now. Limited time, but I try because with passion you find time because but when you do what you love, it doesn't feel like work. So I think because of that I've managed to find it, but I always give where I can.
Yeah, okay. Ufunde phi primary?
Mhlodi. Yes.
Okay, and then high school?
Hlebuzile.
Until grade 12.
Till grade 12.
And then from Hlebuzile, where did you go?
Well, I first studied at Feds, but then financial situation didn't allow me to finish.
Okay.
My parents were both working at the time, so NSFAS wouldn't take me, so I had to drop out. Then later on, I went to a UNISA.
Yes. Okay. So, ngawapi ama leadership qualities do you think are essential ku line of work yakho? Kwaye how do you apply them?
Well, I think mostly for any leader, you have to have your communication skills. I think it's very crucial.
Okay.
You might not be in the same situation they're in, but be able to relate. Don't come there as a know-it-all or as if you too invested, like you've been there. Come as listen. Yeah, if you have listening skills, it's better than communication skills actually, because of when you are able to hear you are better to help them than if you communicate, because you're coming from your point of view.
Okay.
So I would say communication and listening.
Okay. So going down to public relations kunye ne leadership as a PR practitioner, how do you use communication to influence a positive change within our communities?
Obviously, you have to do things that are morally right according to how you see impilo or according to your values. So use your communication. It's a manipulation tool because you have to create a message that is gonna connect with that person. That's why you choose the target audience. So a certain audience will react a certain way to a certain message or to a certain product. So you have to use those things, understand all the geographics, where they live, their buying patterns, lifestyle yabo ukuthi njani. No same community is the same, even if kuselokishini ungekaphumi uye mhlawumbe in urban areas, but useselokishini amakasi awafani.
Okay. I like le party othi it's a manipulation technique. So when you got into public relations, yes, public relations, did you know okuba indlela yokusurvive phayana it's mainly through indlela yokumanipulate abantu through communication and how you approach ama topics or ama projects enihlangabezana nawo ngelo xesha? Like, did you know bangaba you are going to have to be this person that you are today?
Okay, it's not all about manipulation, because sometimes it's for your own good, ne?
Yeah.
But I have to use ways or techniques that will appear to you. For example, if uqala umntana ukuthi uzotsha makadlala ngomlilo, they don't believe you until they touch umlilo and then batshe, ne? But if I can find a way to prevent that from happening, no, we're gonna get bent there and manele, without having them being bent.
Okay.
Then it's all about that, like preempt the problem, solve it before it has happened. You understand? So it's all about that. We promote brands abantu, we change attitudes abantu towards certain brands, or we manage our crisis.
Okay. You've also worked kwi program okanye kwi campaign ye GBV. Yes, tell me about it. Isukelephi yonke lonto lo? How did you end up deciding about, okay, you know what, now I'm also going to be one of abantu abangomama that are like acting against GBV? Like, isukelaphi?
Okay, I met these 4 wonderful ladies a while back. We program essence, we were up Kuruleni, Yama script writers and film directors.
Okay.
So one of them had gone through abuse, survived a marriage in Jalo, and they managed to get out. So why involved with that group at the time, Essence Alontole, and they were looking for people about the marketing and PR.
Yes.
So that's how I got in, and I would say it's something that chose me as well. I would say it's sort of a calling for me, because it was not something that I've experienced in my life or been around or exposed to it. So it was like an eye-opening thing.
Yeah.
When you see them like on social media, you think about because why are they not just living an abusive relationship or whatever? But once you deal with them on an interpersonal basis, you find out it's not as easy as it seems. It seems easy on the outside, but so it started like that. I'm just helping them with their PR and their marketing. At the time, they were trying to design this big T-shirt with all the survivors' names, because we don't call them victims, with all the survivors' names, and a little piece of, I would say, of what they went through, but not everything in detail. And there was going to be a book published. We're still working on that.
Okay.
So that's how that found me, and I would say I connected with them and what they went through and how they survived that. Who's been through that, you think like, wow, would I ever? Now that knowing
yes. Okay, so ngawaphi ama challenges oye wadibana nawo kuyo leyo campaign leyo, and then wabuya addressa kanjani?
Okay, for me, it's that city gender-based violence, we automatically think it's females and children, right?
Yes.
But there's gents out there who are crying for help, but I think nobody is hearing them. It's like, and they still face stigma and made a laughing stock as if they're weak men, which is not the case. It actually takes a strong man to hold back from hitting back, because physically banawo amandla to hit back.
Okay.
They just don't, because they know if bona they hit back, repercussions for them are far worse than females.
Why is that?
It's something that our government should look into. It's something that the community should look into, because I think it comes from the basis of how a man is perceived. You are stronger physically, and by nature we expect you that you will win it at any fight, especially against a woman.
Okay.
So when you come and say, now I'm being abused by my partner, and you're a man, it seems like, no, something's wrong, you're not man enough or whatever. The case is not like that. It's really not like that. You choose peace, you choose your safety. I'll give an example. One of the cases that we worked with, Lapan, guy, the relationship basically was toxic with girlfriend Wakene. Yes. So they went out a groove like they usually do with their friends, but uthi these things they were happening so frequent that beseka khathelene ukuthi every time abasemkruveni they're fighting.
Okay.
So they got into a fight with the girl, but he chose to go home. Wathi ngiyakushiya mina because we're picking up fights and I don't want to fight. I'm not in the mood to fight. Ngono ndiyolala ngizokushiya. So uthi yena umshiya because he knew ukuthi she's safe, unabangani bakhe and bazomzisa. He went home, he slept. Whatever time the girl got back, uthi uvuke nje sekava a sharp pain from his leg. Akazi ba intoni uthi makavuka ucimba maybe uyahlaselwa yabona ku burglary or whatever. Kanti ngugel uyamhlaba. Uthi he went for her neck and as he was choking her ambona ukuthi uthena blue. Warealize ukuthi lo muntu ubhubha kwakhe nobody will care ukuthi athekile whatever kuzothola umuntu ongumama edindilize phansi and automatically I'm guilty. Nobody's going to hear my side of the story. Uthi was bamba by whatever. He usually would describe it as if we believe in God, that's what intervened. If you believe in ancestors, that's whatever intervened. But whatever came to him at the time, stop. And then he ended the relationship, obviously, but now he's limping. And we actually, he could have been in jail for killing that woman, even though he defended self-defense, but he was not going to be seen like that. So I think a challenge is njalo. Unfortunately, I can't say I've managed to break through them, but I think somehow we are trying to deal with them because we have a campaign SSK Science ukuthi sabalela president Mr. Ramaphosa ukuthi should they find ukuthi ugel like in the case of rape ne, let's say ugel uyabophisa uthi rape, but it is proven in court that she's lying. And we have seen that they do lie about, which is, it takes the credibility from those who actually went through the ordeal. If it's found out who get lied, they serve the sentence had you been found guilty.
Okay.
So if you're gonna get 25 years at jail, for example, they must get 25 years.
So is that something that's finalized, that is formal economy with constitution or something where it protects amajita ngalendlela oyibeka ngayo, or kusasengama ideas that are being cooked?
It's still okay, we put it out there, but I gaga nikwa attention that it deserves. Yes.
Okay. So how can leaders, both with government kunye na civil society, play more effective role in combating the issue of GBV?
Okay. I would bluntly say there's issues of the stomach for females.
Yeah.
I will sound crude to some, but I'm not trying to be, but it's in reality. I think if we're being honest with these issues, we can actually deal with them. I'm not working, and then when you provide for me, I'm gonna go back, I'm zosokola nemali roll on or your pawns. So I'm gonna stay in that relationship because I need the financial support from you. Yes. So I take whatever you give me. If a government too can provide solutions, which is employment or even business opportunities for young people to be able to stand up for themselves. Yes, they say the ideas are there, but there's so much red tape that you give up. So the process of registering your own business and doing whatever you need to do, you'll have the paperwork. Then we are bringing funding you, but you've done everything that is required of you, your business plan or everything. There's even graduates who are unemployed. You understand?
Yes.
So mama to survive une option ukuthi angathandana nomuntu ongtata ozomnika imali.
Yes.
Which is what most women will do. For umjita, unfortunately, okay, maybe there are girls now these days ngama blesser for umjita. I'm not sure how that works, but those chances are very limited for umjita.
Okay. Yes.
So umjita also end up in substance abuse or into crime, because now if understand that.
Yes,
so if government can really, I don't know if they are aware in just numbers, but they don't see the impact that unemployment has. They just have it as Kuma states. I think if they could really see the impact that it has with socialism as a whole, the way we live, Kuma communities wait, because of that, they would actually act on it. Right.
Okay, so what role does storytelling through incwadi kunye media play in raising awareness about GBV, given that you are also an author now?
Well, I write fiction, so I can't say there's anything to that.
Okay, yes.
But I'm sure those people about they do articulate to the matter. And I don't know if people buy books anymore, because hey, with e-phones and all that, which is why I opted to publish online anyway, because buying a paperback for some people is so outdated because people are always on their phones. But I mean, what, you can read it on your phone, you don't have to buy a hard copy, it's there online already. In terms of e-fiction, as I write e-fiction now, I read about what girls want. How I'm a girl, and so I know how we are. We will say we want the good guy. In generally, we really don't. We want the bad guy, fix him up so that we can claim and say he changed for me. Unfortunately, yes, okay. It's true. Usually, Antomazana will go for the baddest boy, a castle or whatever, or the lowest why go to womanizer, with the mindset with he's gonna change for me. He's gonna be for me.
And then if it doesn't change,
that's where the problem is. Life is not a fairy tale. It doesn't happen like that. But in books, obviously, we kind of make it work out like that.
Yes. So, kuzo zonke incwadi sowuzibhalile so far, does it always work out?
Well, yes, but I feel like maybe I should do something different. Something different. But because of I was writing to soothe the heart, so they had to have a happy endings. It's a love story, for crying out loud.
You know, I love movies, and growing up, there's this movie that I watched. Back then, it was playing on SABC. So it was my first time ukubukela movie where it's starring Sizo Shona, because they always survive. Nkhule baloke ba survive, which you know what, she's Coco and so this time I'm watching this movie, and then umchita sebayalwa le, and then uyashona. I cried. I cried because I'm thinking we are so used to happy endings kuma kwizincwadi and also nakuma movies that you watch, and then when we then come across the ending that is not of expectation yet, we then start to be disappointed and all. And I think it's because unnecessary information that we need ngaleyo ndlela nina abantu ababhala. Okay, so you are a co-founder ye community development in Mhlongo-View. What is the key focus of what is the key focus area of umsebenzi wakho phayana?
Okay, firstly, I'm not a co-founder, I must say this.
Okay.
It was started by 4 or 5 guys, yes. And then they called us in, sebene idea bona, which it started off babefuna ukwenza Mandela Day. So they wanted to do just cleaning campaigns, cleaning guys and all that. Ne? Then they called us, so I clean a very sense Mandela Day by success, and because they had created a group on the Green app. So, but those who are no longer interested to be part of this still have exit group, or should we dismantle the group and then create a new one? Those who are a cleaning campaign, they leaving the group, then about I think 10 or 11 of us. Then that's how Mhlongo-View started. At the time I was unobhala Mhlongo-View, and then now I'm the chairperson for now, current chairperson. Main focus here to it focuses mainly because sifuna ukunceda where communities organization that were there as exist already as fikeleli corner. You have your churches, they have ezabo just to help ekhaleni. You have government in structures like political wise or however. So community leaders back corner, like your street committees and all that.
Yes.
But basically good area bangafiki kuzo, and we needed to tap into that. And as young people, we felt like that space was vacant for us. Remember, technology has changed, things have changed. Some of them don't even know how to work smartphones. So we need a fresher perspective for Ikasletu. Not to say we were trying to be leadership, but we were trying to bring something else more relevant to young people. Because back my community meetings, I've seen 5 people, myself counted abacha. It's always abadala. Young people don't go to meetings as busy. Understand? So it was the point of which maybe it's because of bafike babhoreke abantu abadala bathetha ngezinye izinto ezingazi-understand you, but if we come there thina singontanga babo sizothetha ngezinto asizaziyo ukuthi basafara kuzo okanye bafuna ukuthi kuthethwe ngazo. It's going to bring change.
Okay. So ungawaphi ama main obstacles that you face when implementing ama community projects?
Oftentimes you find that the people you're trying to help, they don't want your help actually. Goku wena uthi uyanceda and it comes across as if forward uyaphapha bayaphapha laba, and those that don't see value yalonto leyo because of there's been so many programs. We've encountered people saying kuningi kwenzinto ezinje kasi ayiphelele emoyeni lento ngeke yenzeke. So it's either people are demotivated or they just don't care anymore. So we face that a lot ukuthi abasenamdla basically. Yeah.
We then go back to the word that you've mentioned earlier, le yogu, is it okumanipulator? Yes. Why don't you use that to convince them into law projects law anyway? Why don't you use the manipulation that you have learned PR or apply kumanya projects? Why ungayisebenzi lana?
No, we apply that. We've applied that. That's why it's based on our events where we would have music. Like we've had fun days, your car wash / bride type of thing. We know young people are drawn to music and in there was no vibe, I'll say that. Yes. So we use that. But sibesi funa a message to see pass. One of the events that we had, a Women's Day, but we disguised it as for young girls. We had donors, we donated like pets for girls of high school, those who can't afford. So it was sort of like a party type of thing, but we had keynote speakers, abantu who have made it in the field. At the time, Usnazo Masina, who was the first lady of Ekurhuleni at the time, she was one of those people. So they came through and then they were speaking. Mabona umto successful as a gasla. No, life doesn't start la. We all start somewhere and we've all been there, but it gives you hope. So we've tried to do that.
Okay.
Many of our events were like that, which is in a fun impact on it, knowing what draws young people in, but see message less fun
Okay. And so how do you make sure in the community layer that you are serving is empowered and AIDS and stuff?
At this moment, I will tell you that it's very hard. We have programs that could, if they were implemented, but it always goes back to lack of funding. The planning is done, everything is done, it's to the T. Then in terms of implementation phase, we can't go through with it, or we go through it, but it's not sufficient enough. It goes for so long. Everything needs money. Yes.
Okay. So during irene yakho as i-chairperson yemhlongo of youth development, kawaphi ama achievements that you have had so far, like that uthi xa ujonga ngasemva and then you look at it, you were like, you know what, I'm proud ngokuthi ndiyenza lento le?
Okay, for me now, the top one, I think will vary from Sonke is members of Mhlongo of Youth, but for me, it was when we help young people by 5. Well, we wanted more, but only 5.
Okay.
So we had a screening, drug screening. We got each department to come ekasi.
Okay.
Izoba screening la payana.
Which department was it?
It department yakhona social development. So it was working, premier at the time ukuthi abantwana ba place kuma rehabs.
Okay.
So parents were calling and getting reference numbers, but then iphelele up. Or bafone baqala ukuthi no, at the moment we don't have space, ama rehab agcwele nan. So i-rehab yokuthi wena umntana wakho private is expensive, so they had to rely on government. Ngapho umntana uyaphela ziziyobisi ngapho uqaba khona ndawo. So when they reached out to us ukuthi sibancede and we assisted them, sakhona ukuthi i-social development ize yaza apha ekasi. So they screened about 25 kids that came. Out of that 25, abanye zange baye. Obviously, makufikela la umuntu azolanda avela baleke because they were not ready. They were just committing at that time. The 5 that went out of 10 that went, because they screened about 25, right? But 10 actually went through it. 50% of it perfect now, but right, like they've quit drugs and all that. The only problem we have ukuthi after sebephumile phana asinazi indawo zoba place ukuthi ngoku babonakala ukuthi they change people abasengabo nyawupe or drug addicts or whatever that we call them elokishini. Unfortunately, that might make them relapse. But we've got confirmation from their parents, from them themselves, with no eyes. It's right, I've stopped using drugs. Rehab worked for me. I'm going back to school because abanye they were young as abantwana bafunda abo grade 8, just starting high school.
Yeah, yeah. So, it's tricky more especially lenda ba yama addicts when they go kuma rehabs and stuff, and then xa babuya kwi community there's no program eba welcome back. Yabona, we are still facing risk yoba mababuyele kuma drugs and all that. Hopefully namanye ama organization that are doing umsebenzi or similar to yours guys or that you are working with ningazama ukuyenza that program ezoyenza ukuthi when they come back from a rehab siyaba welcome as a community, and then we acknowledge them as abantu abangasasebenzisi ama drugs, and also we assist abafumana imisebenzi nanani, because those are one of the most things ezenza umuntu omtsha ubangaba magawe. It's lack of attention first of all from abantu adepende kubo, secondly ukungafumana umsebenzi. Yabona, because we've been told ukuthi sihambe esikolweni nanani, and yet we still have ama graduates that are sitting ekhaya angasebenziyo, of which we end up doing ama drugs because it's boring. Yabo,
and depressed actually.
Yeah, no, ndiyabulela kakhulu. So going down to politics kunye ne social change, ne, what is your view kuma politics and role yawo kwi community development kunye ne social justice?
Okay, at first I used to be anti-politics. It was ignorance basically. Yeah. I thought I didn't need politics, or I didn't need to know about politics. Not for me, it's for certain people, understand?
Yes.
But as I worked with organizations, I realized we actually need politics because of Bonabagwi structured positions where they can actually help these organizations as Kulayo, Emalokishin, as Velayo, as Zamungetisa Oluntu. So they're there to help us. So if you don't understand politics, at least try to understand it basic why a country needs to operate in a certain way, why you need to have a council and why you be a committee, councillor, all those things, and involvement councillor. Council is not only for Apollo gas or this country involvement. It's way deeper than that. So if you understand those things, I think it will help young people. I would say maybe socially inept in the way they choose, because there are bills that are being passed that they don't know about, you understand?
Yes.
So if you don't know anything about a bill that was passed, when I want to say okay, a bill came out, people suggestions wabo, and now it's a law, it's an act, and it affects you. You can say when you're not into politics, but whatever laws are made, they affect you. You can, like for example, now it takes in you see where other people were like, it's affecting, but it affects you because now the cost of bread will go up.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes. So, especially Tina Bandabacha, what is it that you think we need to do or that needs to be done for Bandabacha to actually regain the interest with politics, with leadership, and what's happening around like community?
For me, personally, I believe that they should, because pila in an island.
Yes.
We all need each other to do these things. We can, you can't help people alone. It's a humongous task. So we all need each other. Sizangama different aspects with different leadership styles and different methods, I would say that. You understand? So which all contribute to a common goal. So in whatever ways, so I do believe we all need each other, and we need abantu who are in organizations, whether it's an NPO or whatever, but they should have engage at least in politics, know what's going on, be there, work with the politicians as Sekaslabo, whichever one active Sekaslabo, just so that it bridges as ziyahlangana, but many gaps that are there will be closed.
Okay. So how do you navigate working with e-government structures while remaining independent kwi-activism yakho?
Well, I'm a woman, so I'm good at separating things.
Okay.
Yes, this is this is that, this is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know how to departmentalize. It's a skill, trust me. So I can be, like, for example, I am a politician. I'm a young politician. I'm starting out. I'm still learning. So only because I'm following the advice I just gave, which you have to be involved in politics, just so that you can help your community better. But when I'm doing e-activism, that has nothing to do with politics. I'm there as that person. I do that. I show up as that person.
Okay.
When I'm in my political space and I'm engaging with comrades and all that, I'm there and I'm engaging in that way. No, it doesn't mean if I'm now this side or this how can I say this?
Yes.
Now, if I came with these ones, I don't know. I always say what's right. So if I feel good, I'm with this group, but no, they should do this. I will try to be the voice of reason. I always speak my mind, whether I like it or don't like it. I will tell you, good, no, I don't agree with this. I don't care who you are. It's okay. No, this is wrong. Even if ndize ngani or ndize nani, but I see the point, I will try to make the other people see reason. I believe like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, let me drop this question. Zikhona i-developments ezenzakalayo kwi-community ngoku or involved kuzo, like uparticipate kuzo, beside being i-chairperson yeMhlongoview development, such as ama-street committees, such as your patrol, yonke loo nto leyo that's helping ukushape i-community?
No, not at the
so
moment.
far. But would you?
Yes, I would.
So if you were to join a program A1 kuzo ezi develop a community, which one would you join and why?
Okay, from I think into your personality,
Yes.
honestly, I don't think I will make a good patroller. Tanduklala and all those things. I hate the cold, so that's out of the question. But if kungaba khona something that involves either queue scontiri or pavement or clean lama ama-drain la blockile, because you know magnetic mvula sometimes amanzi abasangeni because kunomhlaba, all that. I would participate in that.
Okay. Uthanda ukulala mara uthanda umsebenzi hayi yanixakile yakho.
Wenziwe emini lo cleaner, so lo patrol wenziwe ebusuku.
Okay. So akhona ama moments where you feel ngathi as umuntu ongumama you're not being given support ngalendlela oyideserve ngayo, especially kuma initiative owayenzayo. Let's take it to iMhlongoview. You are a chairperson yeMhlongoview. Okay. And as a leader Payana, do you feel ukuthi you are being supported ngabantu obalidayo, because it's also co-founded by amadoda as well, yabona? So how are they taking leadership yakho njengoba ungumuntu ongumama?
I won't lie and say it was roses and peaches, ne?
Yes.
But most boban supportile, including amadoda, ne? But there were some males maybe who took a step back once I became chairperson. I wouldn't say it's because of I'm a female or because of me personally, that they could have been whatever reasons that they had is affect at that moment of time. However, you do know okay, when there's certain people around or who are talking, they say like I'm not there, because there are times when I'm not present for the organization because of umsebenzi endiwenzayo. I work nangama weekends and somebody has to step in, and if that person stepped in and they're male, bamanyelwe more than me. I think it's something that women face all over the world actually. Like, the laws says that we are 50-50, we can take command and whatever, but there's still certain stigma a corner that we will experience from some men. It's not even sometimes with like it loud. It's in silent ways.
Okay.
The way they would just choose not to be in the room when a female is talking, or choose not to do a certain thing because a woman said it. They're not maybe even aware what they're doing it like that. Maybe it's programmed in their brain, which I know mama, don't mama. So they're not even aware which maybe they're doing it. Understand? So I'm not saying I choose someone which they did it anyway, which it was showing, which I don't want to be led by a woman, I don't want to be led by a female or whatever. But subtle gestures that would happen. And I'm sure it's out of his nature. It happened that way, but when I'm to receive uzoyibona.
Okay, so kuzo zonke ezi challenges nezi obstacles eziyenzakalayo ku leadership, more especially xa umuntu ongumama, ngawaphi or yeyiphi advice that you would give to an aspiring young woman or osakhulayo and that wants to take on kuma roles with leadership, community, na with politics and stuff? Like ungama-advisor uthini, knowing that these are the challenges oye udibane nazo xa umuntu ongumama ku leadership?
I would tell them, firstly, this is a man's world. It was created for them, so they must have that in their mind. However, they must tell themselves they were also chosen to be here because of the man needed the woman.
Yes.
Otherwise, and that's how they call it at church. So don't give up and do not back down. That's the most important part. They will intimidate you, they will come at you, but don't back down. Like, stand your ground, stand your truth, whatever it is that you're believing in and whatever direction you know. Don't second guess yourself. I think one of the other things, they'll try to shake you as if the decisions you are making when as you correct, and try to put in their own decisions. And if you willingly change every time, we can take suggestions from people, but there's a certain direction every time senze into ngendlela kasibani because yena indoda. Whenever I put my ideas are not taken seriously, sometimes you stand firm and say, no, I said we are going this route and that's it. Ube final now, but occupy the room, take your space. So I will say that to a young female, they would don't give up. You will meet those challenges, but you have to just brace yourself.
Okay, so kuma politics ngawapi ama campaigns okay wawajoina like wasebenza kuwo?
Okay, ikhona ebesiyenza. I'm not sure if I must mention my political part or whatever.
Yes, do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do mention. Yeah,
you do mention. Okay. So we program esinayo Women's League. I'm a ANC member, proudly so. So besine campaign where we take toiletries as Omama, the Women's League. We award 57. So we take toiletries, we go and give them to a school. And so initiative yetu eqalwe ngunobhala wethu.
Okay.
So she would organize and get sponsors. We try to get as many as we can. So we give them deodorants and all these things, sanitary pads and all of that.
Yes.
So.
Okay. So that was the only campaign where you was
yes.
Under politics. Okay. So yeyiphi legacy that you are hoping ungayishiya ngasemva, especially kwi PR, kwi writing, kwi activism na kwi community development?
If anything, I would say for EPR, for me, it's not about manipulating the world for wrong reasons. It's manipulation for better change. So maybe umuntu uvuya igama manipulation in a negative way, but it can be a positive way to manipulate people into doing better for positive change.
Yes.
If people can take that, when you do things or when new things come, don't be afraid to take them, because change is often hard, but it's the one constant that we face. Things change all the time, so embrace change. And if you are one of those people who need to be manipulated into accepting the change that is good for you, then I would like to leave that with PR. People must just embrace change, especially black folks like myself. I don't know, but I feel good we are more stagnant when it comes to accepting change.
Okay.
We politics, I would say I'm not ambitious enough for them. As I've started, I can't say I want to be the next female president because
Yes.
we've never had one in South Africa. I'm just going. I'm pacing myself. I'm still learning. It's a new thing for me now, so I'm taking it as it goes. So maybe as time goes on, I will know what I want to achieve with this, where I want it to lead me, and what changes I would want to make. For now, it's a learning curve for me. Yeah. With activism, oh God, if I could have money, oh Jeff Bezos, wherever you are, can you just fund me? I feel like 99% of the time we don't have problems, we just lack money. There are many changes that I can make in my community if I can get donations or funders, whatever you want to call them. Ultimately, I want people to be able to help themselves. We don't want abantu abahlala belindele ukunikwa. Activism is about, I'm helping you, now I help somebody else. I'm helping you so that usuke kule ndawo okuyo uzimele uzonceda omunye umuntu. So you're not always spoon feeding people. So if I can achieve that, if today I helped you, tomorrow now you're doing your own thing where you're helping other people in any other way.
Yeah.
That would have been a success for me. And the last one,
we community development.
Community development. Yes. Well, I think it takes each and every one of us. You don't have to even be involved in anything. It starts with how you treat your home. Kuthiwa izindlu ziyafana ngaphandle but imithetho khona ayifani, but masiku community, if I see something wrong or isenzeke emphakathini, I must not keep quiet. I want people to come back to that. I was not there, but I've often heard about in the olden days ukuthi wawungasoze umuntu abethwe emphakathini babukela abantu, but now it's the case. Good high akusindaba zethu asizingeni, you understand? Because now mawuthi uzama uyonceda uyi-busy boat thandaba zabantu. I wish I can experience those times. I never lived in those times, but if those times can come back, I believe ukuthi indawo yethu ngaba very developed, because manzobona umuntu deformer is a street name, for example, this is sifakwe ipali ndimbone ikhatha or esika ama robot or whatever they're doing, distractor property esinayo emphakathini ndikwazi ukumnqanda nomnye amnqande, then I believe ukuthi community will be on the right track.
Yes. Yeah, that's very profound. Yo, inkulu kakhulu lento le. So unyaka usaqala. We are in the mid days or early days of April. So akhona ama projects that you have planned for Imhlongo View development for 2025 ekumele siwajonge?
Yes, just be on the lookout. We've recently received our NPO certificate because we're operating as an NPC before. So now that we are fully NPO, wow, man, we have lots and lots of things coming your way. With or without sponsorship, they will happen. We do hope to get sponsorships. We've applied to a couple of places. But it's pretty sad to get an Imhlongo View from the people that we've worked with. We've done it. It might seem impossible, but we've done it, and I feel like I'm very proud of it.
Yes.
We always reach that impact. If we wanted to achieve this, we tick all the boxes, or at least 2 are left out, but our majority is done according to the way we envisioned it, the way we planned it, the way we wanted to execute it, with or without the funding. But the funding will help. That's what I'm saying. We need that.
Okay. So xa sesiququmbela ne ngicela unikeze ama young leaders, especially abantu abangomama or abantu abangamantombazana abasakhulayo, that are inspired by ama roles osebenza kuwo kwi-PR, kwi-writing, kwi-activism kunye na kwi-community development. Like ungabanikeza amazwi we-wisdom athini bona?
Just go for what you want, and if you're passionate about it, each and every obstacle you will surpass it beyond food. You understand? I'm not sure if you know this, but one of my favorite authors, J.K. Rowling, because for a very long time people assumed she was a man. Because it was turned out by everybody loved Harry Potter. Great movies were made from those books.
Yeah.
And Mabembuza, which was the only interview she ever gave on Oprah show, Oprah Winfrey show, she said that she used those initials because as a girl who grew up in England, she knew because of Shakespeare, all the great writers before were men. Mama trying to tap into that space, you weren't viewed as somebody who's capable.
Okay.
So putting her initials and surname without it showing J can stand for John, not Jolene, you understand?
Yes.
So she said it was her way of capitalizing in a man's world, because she knew if she came as a woman, nobody would give Ingwadek the time of day. But when she sent the manuscripts, they just saw initials, assumed it was a man, fell in love with the book, published, then female. Too late, you liked the book, you wanted to publish the book. So do whatever is necessary. That's what I'm basically saying. But in a way that is still morally correct. Understand? She was not being deceitful, but she saw, if I come at it ngale angle,
yeah,
I will make it because of environment in it says males are the best writers, you understand? So whatever situation or career wise, could be in the community, whatever you want to do, use whatever you can to advantage. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, whatever you can to advantage, but it still must be morally acceptable. Not like when it does talent just because you want to make it. No.
Okay. Babugeli, that is it from us. Dino Sis Nontando here, and ndiyabulela kakhulu ngexesha osinikeze lona today. Kudala sizama le interview.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Finally.
So guys, ngicela ningalibali ukusubscribe, ningalibali ukucomment, ningalibali ukulike kunye nishare nale video lena. But most importantly, I need you guys to ask her questions, of which we are going to invite her kwakhona ba aze azowaphendula. But up until you guys ask those questions, andikwazi ukummema because I've asked everything mina endiyicingayo to open a platform for you and for you guys to also learn, remembering ukuba ngaba leadership insight is created to give a workshop kuma aspiring leaders. We are giving you a workshop ngalendlela yokuthi whoever that we are inviting, we leader, and we are giving you a platform yokuthi ufunde from a perspective yakhe ku leadership. So sisi ndiyakulela and
thank you
hopefully very next time uzozwakala xa ndikubiza.
Of course, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah. Okay, sharp. Sisi mnandi.